Hey everybody, Stephanie here. Hey, I just wanted to come and share a quick video with you. I wanted to really come on here and start documenting my chronic Lyme journey. I just wanted to share some signs and symptoms because I was so unaware and I was so misdiagnosed for over the last 3 years, and that I just want to create some awareness. So I just wanted to share a little bit about me. So I'm a mom and I've got a son that's 12, almost 13 years old. I'm a marketing manager. I work in the corporate world, live in the Midwest. I live in the great state of Wisconsin, Southeast Wisconsin, and I'm just your average person. I started a journey about August of 2016 or so, and it was a journey that I never thought that I would be on video sharing about. But there's something inside me that just says I have to trust the universe, as you see on my shirt today. I trust the universe that says, you know what, share your journey because it might help somebody else. Now, I'm going to forewarn you that there are some graphic pictures that I'm going to be showing today to kind of get to know me a little bit, is that I've always had allergies, whether it's hives or allergies to pollen or ragweed or trees, very environmental type of allergies. Never food related, but always allergic to cats and dogs and dust mites. At the age of 5, I would have welts like this big on my body, and it was just part of my normal life. When I got into my teens, it got a little bit worse, and so you pop your, general once a day allergy pill and you just go on with life. Well, fast forward into my mid-20s, it was affecting my entire life. So I ended up getting allergy shots for 5 years, and it wasn't until my son was born, they said, well, you graduated because we don't know how allergy shots affect the fetus, so you graduated, but you've gone through maintenance, you went through immunotherapy, hopefully it's helped. And it really did. I could be around dogs and cats, I can go into people's homes without my eyes swelling up, without my nose running, without my throat closing up, and I just thought life was good. But the first signs that I started seeing on myself, and these are just some pictures you can see that I had pretty severe eczema around my eyes. I couldn't figure out what was causing it. All I knew was that it would come and go, and I went to the doctor, got a little bit of steroid cream, put it on, and it was fine. But it really wasn't going away. It was about March of 2017, and I remember, okay, I've had my allergy shots, go out and maintain the yard, even though I environmentally should not have been out there. That afternoon, I came back and I just had like these 3 little dots on my arm. I did notice that it itched a little bit. And so knowing that I had allergies most of my life, I just always itched. I always had dry skin. I've always had some type of like eczema on my body. But nothing that wouldn't go away. March 2017 came. I just remembered fast forward 3 weeks and it started to come radiating down my arm. It was going across my neck. It was really covering my face. So I ended up going to the doctor. They put me on some steroids, and then I went through the course, and then 3 days later, after I was off the steroids, it came back with a vengeance. So I ended up going to get some allergy blood tests, and it came back with a whole host of food allergies, environmental allergies that were just off the charts. I ended up going to a wellness doctor. I really took it upon myself to say, you know what, maybe I need to go through a detox, but she immediately started testing me and did confirm that I did have certain allergies, specifically to wheat. So here I am, gluten-free, had no clue that gluten was an issue for me. Also that dairy was an issue. Soy was an issue, corn was an issue. And I'm gonna do on another video all the food sensitivities and how I've kind of worked with that lifestyle. But 17 days after I started my detox with this particular doctor, this is pretty much what happened to me. Now I'm showing you pictures of my face because it's the easiest, but this is what showed up head to toe. And I went back to that doctor and she says, I just don't understand why you're not healing. Yes, you have to go through more of a healing crisis when you start, but it just didn't heal. And so I stopped her protocol. I just kept eating, all their other regular foods because even though it said I had allergies, I'd never had them before. And so I said, you know what? I eliminated all this and it didn't go away. So why should I continue to deprive myself? Fast forward to October of 2018, And this is what I continued to look like. I went to work, I had, severe eczema rashes. I had around my eyes, around my face. It would be to the point where my lip would weep. Like it would literally weep with pus. I don't know what else to call it. November of 2018, I got put into the emergency room. My eyes started swelling shut. Again, I had complete severity of around my eyes, around my head, my neck, all the way down my body. And it was because I went to a restaurant and I asked for gluten-free and dairy-free food, and they tried to accommodate the best they could. But for whatever reason, something got me and it put me in the emergency room, literally within 30 minutes of coming home from dinner that night. And I still, at this point, had no clue. I've gone from doctor after doctor after doctor, and they all had said, you have classic eczema. I'm sorry, you have bad genes, and here's some creams. Let me know if you need anything else. So, here I am. I got one last picture. It's February of 2019, and I had eliminated so many different foods. This was actually right before I went to Mayo Clinic, and they said the same thing. You have eczema. I'm so sorry you have bad genes. Here's some cream. And so I wanted to share that little backdrop with you because there are definitely symptoms of Lyme that I was not aware of. Most people have that chronic fatigue, they have joint pain, you see that bullseye rash that tends to show up on their body. That's a classic sign. But I didn't have any of those. And chronic Lyme, it starts with a tick, and there are a whole host of other co-infections that tend to come with Lyme. And I had them all. And who would have known? Because I live in the Midwest, and I'm going to actually do another video of myths about Lyme disease. But I wanted to share a little bit of my backstory, introduce myself, and then also share some Lyme symptoms. So working with a holistic practitioner right now who has helped to work with Lyme patients for the last 15 years, she gave me this sheet. But there's all these Lyme symptoms, and she said, take this home and circle everything that you recall over the last 3 years. And so this is my before. You can see so many things that I have circled. So I wanted to share some Lyme symptoms. There are over 300,000 cases that are reported every year, and that's more than breast cancer, that's more than multiple sclerosis, and it's just amazing that there isn't proper testing for Lyme. There isn't a lot of schooling for doctors. At least sit here and create some awareness. So when it comes to like the head, face, and neck, you can have severe headaches. You can have some paralysis, tingling sensations, a stiff neck, sore throat, swollen glands, heightened allergic sensitivities, twitching of your face, and some jaw pain. I've got to tell you that I had the tingling. I had the neck pain. And I was a former gymnast. I've taught fitness classes for years. And so to have stiff joints and stiff neck pain, it's pretty normal. And by the way, on this YouTube channel, because I've been teaching fitness classes for over 20 some years, I have a ton of videos. And so check out my fitness videos playlist if you are a fitness instructor or dance fitness, because that is my passion, my love. So there's a lot of digestive issues. So abdominal pain, a lot of people say I have IBS, all of a sudden they have it, they don't know why. Night sweats, heart palpitations. So I had a lot of the heart palpitations to the point where I thought I was having like a panic attack all the time, a little anxiety. Having trouble sleeping. Okay, that's probably one of my biggest things is insomnia. Before it was the itch, and I've kind of got that under control, I think, but it's the insomnia. Another big symptom is forgetfulness or memory loss. Again, a big one when I was teaching. Attention problems, confusion, just trying to be able to get the words out, feeling disorientated. For females, for me in particular, I had irregular menstrual periods. Oh my gosh, I would have it 3 weeks and then I wouldn't have it for 6 weeks. And it really was very disturbing because I didn't know that this had anything to do with any Lyme symptoms. Another one that comes up is your eyes or your vision. I have, even to this day, I've had my eyes checked. I have perfect 20/20 vision, but yet I cannot see up close. And come to find out, Lyme is a part of that. So you can have floaters, double vision, blurry vision, definitely big symptoms. When it comes to your hearing, you could have decreased hearing or ringing or buzzing in your ears. You could have really sensitivity to sound and even pain in your ears. Musculoskeletal system, oh my gosh, this is a big one. Joint pain, swelling, stiffness. I remember I used to have muscle pain and cramps, but I always just thought that was just from teaching every single week. I'm going to show you just a funny little thing here. You see the shoe and you see this right here? So my foot would constantly just give out on me while I was walking. And so I have a ton of shoes that actually look like this because my feet would just boop, fall flat, and I would always trip, and I never got it. When it comes to skin, sometimes people have the itching. My itching was so off the charts to the point where I couldn't sleep at night. So not only did I have the insomnia, but I had the itch, and I just couldn't sleep. And you can't heal if you don't sleep. So I was taking Benadryl, I went to do sleeping pills, I've done prescription medications, and the itch just would not stop. To the point where I would wake up, my sheets would have blood on them in my bed because I was itching at night. I mean, talk about being like a baby and putting gloves on your hands. And just a word of advice for those that might have family members, if you're a parent out there and you have children and they say, oh, would you stop scratching? I'm gonna tell you that it's the worst advice you could give a child or anybody that's itching. There is this thing called this itch-scratch relationship, and you get to the point where you itch so hard that it actually breaks the skin, because there is this connection between an itch and pain. There is those same receptors. And so a lot of people who have severe itching or severe eczema like I did will itch to the point of pain because it would stop the itch. Yes, it would be painful. Yes, there would be scarring. However, it would stop the itch. And I can tell you that when your scalp is itching, your neck, your sides of your body, and you're bruised because you are so itchy, it doesn't make a difference. You just can't even stop the itch. So as a suggestion, if somebody is going through that itch scratch cycle, don't tell them to stop itching. The Lyme just literally just pulls the energy out of you. And I didn't have any of that. And the only reason why I was ever tired is because I just didn't sleep. But energy-wise, it was never an issue for me. With Lyme, these symptoms that I'm sharing, they would come and go. There would never be anything consistent. Therefore, people never connected all these pieces. You know, you would say, oh, I'm going to go to a dermatologist and I'm going to go to a gastroenterologist because of all these different symptoms. You're having heart palpitations, you go to a heart doctor. But the way conventional medicine today is that they don't typically see everything as one complete pathway. They see it as different parts. And so with Lyme, it can affect so many aspects, from your brain, your mental capacity, all the way down to your physical ailments. And I gotta tell you, it has affected all of me. I continue to have you be an advocate for yourself and for your family members, that if you don't have answers, just keep on digging, because there is an underlying cause to it all. Specialty doctors, including all the way going to Mayo, I said, in my heart, there is a root cause. I don't know what it is. Please help me find it, because I am going mad. And it wasn't until I had a friend refer me to a holistic team that did a body scan and actually found all these co-infections, including Lyme, that I started my healing journey. And I'm going to share that in a whole nother video. But I hope that you found this information helpful. You found out a little bit about who I am and some symptoms. And drop a comment if you have any questions, and I will do my best. I'm just going to simply share my journey, and hopefully this helps another. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later.